It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. Moments away, it'll be the Chicago Bulls going up against the Dallas Mavericks. And guys, for the Mavericks, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. We're going to be watching Joakim Noah in this one, former Defensive Player of the Year. What he gives this team goes far beyond what you see in the stat sheet, though. And Shaq, you used to go surfing with him in Hawaii.
Surfing?
Is this correct? Is this correct?
Yeah, we had to stop because, you know, he's a wild child. I'm out there one day. He's behind me. I fall off. When I come up, his surfboard hits me in the head. I got a gash on my head. So no more surfing with me.
Oh, that's where that gas came from?
Yeah,
what?
from him. But,
Come on,
yes,
man.
yeah, but, you know, he's my guy. You know, what I like about him is his energy and presence on the floor rub off on everyone else on the team. He's an emotional leader, and the way he plays, it just motivates everybody out there. But no more surfing for me in this game.
Have you been surfing with Joe?
Never been, but I didn't know he was that team-oriented where he would just, like, be part of a surf crew. But that guy plays great on both ends of the floor. His passing ability, his leadership, what makes him different. But now his surfing skills makes him the best NBA center.
You really believe he went surfing with Joakim Noah?
I would love the video from that.
Takes my eye, I lift my head, blinded by the sky, feel my way in front, following the sound, it moves away so fast.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports.
Yeah.
It's an Eastern Conference matchup as the Atlanta Hawks come into town in this game. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And it's going to be the Magic off the tip. Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Teague and Korver are the guards. Splitter is out there with Horford, and it's Millsap in at the 3.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be, he's not making that one.
Horford, no luck.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Gordon with it. Now defended by Korver. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Kyle Korver, a true laser. I mean, the most efficient catch-and-shoot jump shooter in the league, and maybe in league history. He tallied the second ever 50-50-90 season a year ago.
There's the three.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Here's Harris. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And Korver now in his 13th season in the NBA. Last season was his best ever, especially shooting.
Yeah, and he credits all of his improvement to the advanced off-season training regimen. Extremely dedicated. He moved his family to Santa Barbara to be closer to his trainer, and it's paid off.
And guys, when you go to look for holes in the game of Tobias Harris, there really aren't any. One of the hardest workers in our league. If he has any weakness at all, it's his average size speed combo, which most likely will keep him from becoming the perennial all-star type. Oh, nice double pump finish there, strictly for the fans.
Teague with the ball. Now defended by Oladipo. That doesn't go in either for Teague.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
On the topic of Tobias Harris, you love that he can contribute in every category of play. He's a solid face-up shooter. Clark, he's getting better with his back to the basket. You can see movement forward all the time.
I love what this young man has shown thus far. You mentioned those things he does. He'll also rebound for you, get loose balls. He does the little things, understands what it takes to win, the consummate pro and team player.
Dishes it to Oladipo. Look at that.
I tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Right side Korver. And again, it's Atlanta.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
The Magic have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Oladipo with the ball. Picked up by Teague. Oladipo dishes to Vucevic. Here's Harris. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Harris has got his second basket of the night.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Wasted no time on that one. And it's 6 points for Teague.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch. The Hawks were fantastic last season. After the All-Star break, they did slip up a bit, struggled against teams over 500.
And the basket by Harris. The Hawks trail by 5. Outside Korver. From the top of the key. Korver missing again.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Harris with it. Picked up by Teague. And it's off from three-point range. Atlanta's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Oladipo against Millsap. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And guys, you gotta love the front court for these Atlanta Hawks. I mean, Al Horford and Paul Millsap both give up a few inches in terms of height, but you won't find a more skilled and versatile front court in the NBA.
That one is off. Well, speaking of the skill of the Atlanta front court, their offense predicated on ball movement and spacing and shooting. A lot like San Antonio. Horford and Millsap, a perfect fit.
Really, those two enjoy playing together. Excellent chemistry between them because they're both mobile, agile, skilled big guys.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. And he's good on the second. The Orlando Magic didn't make the playoffs last year for the third consecutive season, Greg. They knew it wasn't a realistic goal for them.
Yeah, and last season wasn't really about making the postseason, Kevin, for this group. Soon that will have to be the goal, as patience will wear thin within that fan base.
And it's Schroeder missing.
Yeah, real nice shot selection there. I guess he's working on his buzzer beater form.
That's a reach, but perhaps that is the case. Or maybe he was trying to knock a bird off of the scoreboard.
Is about right. Because I still can't figure that one out.
No, and I see no birds up there.
No.
No good on that one.
Well, it's been a while for the Magic in regards to the postseason. Another year of missing postseason play. This latest playoff drought comes after they made 6 straight trips to the playoffs from 2007 to 2012.
And he sinks the second.
And overall, this Orlando franchise has been pretty consistent in making the playoffs. They've had 14 playoff trips since the inception of the franchise back in 1989. Given how hard it can be for expansion teams, you have to say that's a solid mark.
Orlando with the ball. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. Atlanta with the ball. 7-point differential. Oh, look out, and then you throw him stuff like that. And you go, oh my, how does it even go in? He pulls a Houdini.
Oh, my goodness.
Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. 1:21 left in the first quarter. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. Here's Watson. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Boy, I tell you, last season was a big one for the Hawks and Coach Budenholzer. Their dominant season won him multiple Coach of the Month titles, and eventually he won the Coach of the Year award.
Orlando moving the ball around. Kept alive. Here's Dedmon. Cephalosha with the steal. And here is Horford. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. 44 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Watson's shot is off.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Well, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. Here is Watson. Out of bounds. Atlanta takes possession. Schroeder. The prayer from beyond half court is off the mark. Oh, my. How did he hit that shot?
I don't believe what I just saw right there.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
Here's Fournier. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Cephalosha. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. Magic lead by 7. After this break, we'll be back. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And what do you guys think about the Magic here so far in this one?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
Elfrid Payton is out there with Hezonja. Then there's Harris. Then there's Victor Oladipo. And it's Vucevic in at the 5. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic. Last season, we saw Al Horford rounding back into form. Good to see that after what had been his second season-ending pectoral muscle tear back in late 2013.
Exactly. I mean, the Hawks just had to bide their time while their best player was out. You saw once he returned, though, he makes a big difference for him.
Gordon's checked in for Hezonja.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Korver with it. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Heat. Magic leading by 9. Here's Oladipo. Off the left rim and out.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. And for me, Horford, one of the most unappreciated stars in the league. When he's healthy, he's every bit the franchise player because he really has no weakness. He does pretty much everything well on the floor.
Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. And out of bounds is the Magic will gain possession. Here's Payton. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9.
And Horford, I mean, this guy does it all on the floor. But for me, his leadership, that's one of those real intangibles. And he's unselfish, all about his teammates and completely focused on winning. So when your best player has that commitment, it has to rub off on the other players.
And the Hawks making a change here. Hardaway's checked in. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. And that one goes out of bounds. That's touched by Teague. Here's Payton. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
He's yet to make an impact from the field, but his team is taking care of business.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. Magic leading by 9. Takes the 13-footer. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
And Vucevic kicks to Gordon. It's deflected. Hardaway. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. And the Magic shooting a terrible 27% from the floor. Boy, an off night for them, to say the least. One problem the Magic faced last season was depth. They really weren't a deep team, and it hurt them along the way.
Yeah, it sure did. I mean, they had the second fewest bench points in the league, and that number was really low because they didn't use the bench that often. And starters did a lot of the heavy lifting.
Here's Payton, and the lead now, double digits on that bucket.
And he's having a difficult quarter shooting the ball with just 1 make and 9 attempts. And for the Magic, they would try and address the bench for this season, both through the draft.
They can't guard us on the floor. Spread the floor, isolate up top. Spacing, fellas.
spacing.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Just a total loss of concentration right there.
And, Greg, if they continue to make those kinds of mistakes, then this game could turn even more south on them, and sour.
And Oladipo kicks to Harris. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
And, guys, the Magic didn't luck out and jump into the top 3 in the draft. Still ended up with a high pick, and that'll help add another nice piece to their puzzle. They've accumulated a lot of good pieces, but now they need to start making it work.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. The wide open look here for Oladipo.
I thought they did a pretty good job of shooting in the first quarter, but they're down below 30% for the game after some struggles here in this quarter.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control. I think he's got to regroup and get himself together here. I mean, something's gone wrong with him this quarter. He's really fallen off.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. The Hawks again can't hit.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Fires from deep. Cannot hit. Great D that time from Hardaway. The Hawks trail by 13. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Channing Frye's checked in for Gordon. Paul Millsap's checked in for the Hawks. Cephalosha comes in for Kyle Korver. Teague for 3. Great D that time from Payton. Last year, a good one for Jeff Teague, Clark. He was a first-time All-Star in this league.
He's a pick-and-roll technician, so good in reading the defense as he operates from that spot on the floor. He was really the catalyst for what was a really efficient offense for the Hawks.
Here's Harris. And the 3 off target.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Hardaway, no good.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
For 3. Harris missing again.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Here's Millsap. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Vucevic. Hezonja comes in for Tobias Harris. Evan Fournier's checked in for Victor Oladipo. And it's Watson in for Elfrid Payton. Here's Hezonja. It's rebounded by Schroeder. The Hawks trail by 11. Let's go. Good on the shot, and that shaved the lead to single digits. Schroeder's got 5.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
Yeah, trying to get it all back in a hurry, and you're right on that. But these threes they're taking have not helped. They're trying to catch fire, and they've yet to find the match.
Dedmon passes to Watson. Here's Frye. Misses off the right iron.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one. They have got to box out better than that. That putback's just another example of what a difference there's been between these two teams.
Orlando leading by 11. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. That's a 2 from Cephalosha. Orlando grabs the miss. Here's Hezonja. And Splitter pulls it down. Splitter's got his 4th rebound in this one. From about 19 feet. Here's Millsap. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Millsap's got 4 this quarter.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
And we've reached halftime in this one. Magic out.
Well, Nick, you got...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny. Tobias Harris was red hot to start the first. He had 9 points and 1 rebound. And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store.
You look at what Harris has done so far. 9 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Teague and Korver are the guards. Horford is out there with Splitter, and it's Millsap in at the 3 spot. Look at his contract, and Kyle Korver is a steal, Clark, at 4 years and $24 million.
Yeah, but he's a guy not only who can shoot it, clearly, but a good team defender as well. I think he's a really solid, complete player and a pro's pro in terms of the locker room.
Yeah, seems when he's on the floor, the Hawks a different team offensively.
No question.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And Korver, not the longest or the most athletic, but he's disciplined and also moves his feet well. So they talk about staying on a string defensively. He's always attentive and engaged.
On defense, Atlanta, they trail by 7. High post Vucevic. Vucevic gets double teamed. 5 on the clock. Gordon with it. Now defended by Korver. Vucevic. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him.
And Korver, a guy who'll set a hard screen, scrap for rebounds. He's come from a basketball family. You can sense, though, his love for the game. He wants to do the little things now that help you win, and that's one reason why he was an all-star a season ago.
Here's Harris. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
And for Tobias Harris, a resurgence of sorts last season, Clark, especially from behind the arc, where he shot a career high at 36%.
You know, he'd only hit 25% from 3 the year before, Kevin. So, yeah, monster improvement in accuracy from long range.
It's deflected and stolen by Splitter. Horford. And that's not even close.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Atlanta calls timeout.
You know, there was plenty to be happy about last year in Atlanta with the way the Hawks played. One sour note, though, was that the team was viewed as a potential buy for Seattle's groups.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Mike Scott's checked in for Split. Ken Bazemore comes in for Paul Millsap. Justin Holiday's checked in for Kyle Korver. And Shelvin Max subbed in for Teague. Well, last season the Hawks not only had a great year on the floor as they were the top seed in the Eastern Conference, but they had a pretty good day at the bank, too. They sold for a nice price. Looks like the team is going to stay in Atlanta where it belongs.
Yeah, and that's great news for Atlanta, and they were rewarded with a terrific season. A group, including Grant Hill, purchased the Hogs, and obviously will keep that group in Atlanta for many years to come.
The Hawks trail by 12. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Here's Horford. And that shot misses everything. Air ball on the three. The Magic have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Watson's shot is off.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Magic leading by 12. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Matt. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. Orlando's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Watson's shot is off.
I'm not even going to comment on that one.
Neither am I. I mean, if you're going to attempt a buzzer beater, I guess I will comment. Make sure there's actually a buzzer to beat.
Matt. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Orlando leading by 12, and it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Matt, no luck.
And with him missing literally everything he's put up today, you can see why the score is what it is.
Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. The Hawks trail by 12. The Hail Mary from beyond half court is off target.
And guys, Shelvin Mack, strong, good jump shot. More importantly, knows his role. Hasn't started that many games in his career, but maximizes his minutes when he's on the floor.
Getting back to Shelvin Mack, he plays smart, values the basketball. Clark doesn't have tremendous vision, but stays composed and makes the solid play.
Yeah, very reliable rotational player for you as a combo guard. Pulls his way around the court. He can knock opponents off balance with that size, and he's a good shot maker, too.
The Magic making a switch here. Fry's checked in. Then for the Hawks, Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Scott. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Justin Holiday, and Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Mack. Here's Bazemore, looking for his first basket still in this one.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number one, this game is out of hand.
Exactly, Clark. Their lead is not surprising given their advantage on the backboard.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford. And Orlando making a change here. Fournier is checked in. And a change for the Hawks. Paul Millsap is checked in for Kent Bazemore. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think